Hello and welcome back to Neuropa City Zoo. I hope you all had a fantastic week and are ready for another exciting video today. So I think in today's episode, what we're going to do, I have a little bit of management that I know we need to do today. We've got a couple of animals that need to be replaced in our zoo, so I think that's one of the first things that we're going to do. And also, I made some new billboards, so I'm going to show you what we have so far. I'm still looking for some suggestions, so if you have any suggestions for cool stuff we can use the billboards for, let me know, but I'll show you what I've done so far, and maybe that'll spark some new ideas. But yeah, I think besides that, what our main goal for today is going to be to make our first Australia habitat. So this was, I know I got a lot of really good suggestions from you guys for animals that you want to see in the zoo, and keep those coming. Any that don't end up in this zoo are still giving me really good ideas for like future zoos and stuff, so I'd love to see that. That is awesome. And I know the Australia animals were mentioned, but it was actually already the next planned habitat anyway, so I thought that would be a good one to start with. And then I know a lot of people are suggesting different primates and that kind of thing, so those will come. I also really want to make some habitats for those guys as well. I think it sounds like a really cool idea. So yeah, today we are going to start with the Australia habitat, and hopefully that turns out really well. But yeah, let's start off by taking a look at what we need to do around the place for some management. Okay, so the very first billboards that we have in here are the menu boards. So this is kind of what I was talking about when I mentioned that I wanted to make menu boards for these places. This is basically a very, like, I don't remember where the inspiration one that I gotten came from. I think it was probably McDonald's or Burger King or something, but just got a very straightforward. Hot Dog Squad only actually sells 2 hot dogs, I think. I added the rest just for fun, and a little gulpy menu in there too, but just to kind of add a little bit more realism to the place. And of course we have one over here for Missy Good, just quite a bit more playful. Actually, what is that? Maybe we need to bring this out a little bit more. Not sure what that feature is on the wall there. Yeah, okay, there we go. Let's bring that out to there. But yeah, quite a bit more playful menu there, but I mean, still fairly simple, fairly straightforward. I think it kind of adds a little bit of, I don't know, I think it just adds a little bit. I like the big board up top too. In general, I think I could probably do with decorating the inside of these buildings a little bit more, but I don't know, it's not really a priority, and I don't really know what to put in here yet, so we will see. But yeah, Chief Beef, this one looks very similar to the Hot Dog Squad one, just because I figured they are under the same company. Their menus are going to look quite similar, and I put 2 of those in there. And then lastly, the Street Fox Coffee, a very Starbucks inspired menu, simplistic, modern, minimal, black and white, and got a few coffees there, you know, pretty straightforward. But besides the menu boards, the other thing that I did, and this was something that I saw, I think on like Reddit or something, someone was doing, and I thought it was a really cute idea, but I took screenshots, I took photos of all of our animals, and I made them little name plaques. You know how in zoos, usually it'll come with like, you know, a picture, their name, and like some fun facts about them. And I mean, I don't know, that seems like a lot more work to me than doing this was. But maybe we could do something like that too. But yeah, we have basically a little name plaque and a photo for every single one of our otters, all of our adult ones anyway. I did not do this for the baby otters, but perhaps I will once they grow up. But yeah, we have little Belicia down here by herself because I ran out of room up top, but I'm sure we're going to get a few more. The otters live in very large groups, so similarly for the sea lions, we've got all 4 of them up here as well. They have a much smaller group, but they all have their photos and their names as well, which by the way, the sea lions are not currently in their habitat. Sea lions. I didn't mean to say sea lions. The seals are currently not in their habitat because I've been having this bug where every so often it like doesn't calculate the water area as, and it's not like it's not navigable area. Like they will be swimming in the water, and their stat will be that they don't have enough space because they don't have enough deep water. And it's not a problem. Like this habitat has. And it's not always a problem, like sometimes it's fine. So it must be a bug. I mean, it's like 4 meters is their Oops, let's not let that happen. 4 meters is their water depth that they want, and this is 7 meters, way more water area than they need. So I don't know. I think it's just some kind of weird bug, and like every other time or every third time that I log in, it works fine and they're happy, and then 2 out of 3 times they just are not happy. So they weren't happy this time. I tried logging in and out a couple times, wasn't fixing the problem, so I just removed them for today. I don't want them to be unhappy while they're sitting in the zoo, so I'll keep trying, and hopefully it's just something that will eventually fix itself and we don't have to do anything about it. But yeah, that's unfortunate. There's so many, I know it's like a new mechanic, this like diving and swimming thing, but I don't know, it's just kind of disappointing that there's so many bugs that we're facing just with like having the 2 animals in here. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to include any more aquatic animals in this zoo though, so that shouldn't be a problem forever. But I did the same thing for all of our other animals as well. So I did the same thing for our adult tigers. I decided not to do it for the babies for these habitats because we do get rid of them as soon as they grow up. So I'm just keeping the like matriarch and patriarch that we have active right now, are the 2 that we are keeping on the nameplates. For now, anyway. Same with our jaguar, that's the 2 of them. And currently we do not have them for our Bengals because we need to get more Bengals. But we'll do that in a moment. I'll show you the rest of them first, quick. Here we have the ones for the elephants, all 3 of them. Zara, Pranit, and Janvi? Janvi? Let me know if you pronounce that better, but yeah, they're there. The sun bears, I think we're over, yeah, just on the fence here. 2 of them, super fun. And of course our other bears as well. So we've got Arya and Wright over here. And then this is the other 2 that we need to get. We need to get 2 more Formosan. So we'll add them to their boards once we have them. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else you can think of that we could make fun with the billboards. You can kind of see, I mean, with those menus, right? Like that's kind of the sort of thing that I can make. So yeah, if you have any other ideas, let me know. All right, so the next thing that we need to look at is a couple of our animals. So for our Bengals, it looks like our oldest Bengals passed away. We've got some cubs left, but they need some adults, and we're gonna need another breeding pair anyway. So it looks like we have 3 in the trade center right now. Oh, actually, this also reminds me, there's a challenge going on right now. The community challenge is releasing big cats that are, I don't know, like gold rated or something. So I'm going to, where do you see, actually we must be able to see the community challenges in here, right? Yeah, okay, here it is. Release 25,000 5-star big cats. So, I mean, it's only 2 days left. We're not going to be able to release a ton of them, but we might as well release a couple, get a few of the rewards, see what they are, because I think we always have, I know we've sold a lot of them recently, but we usually have quite a few big cats in our inventory. So, first of all, we're going to take a look at our Bengals. Let's see, what do we have? Wait, how do you know how many stars they are if they're in your trade center? That's a good question. You can see their appeal, but they don't have a star value unless they're in your zoo, right? How does that work? Release 5-star big cats. Okay, well, we'll release some of them anyway, just because it's good to release them to the wild, but I mean, we know we're not going to use him for breeding, so let's release him to the wild and see what happens. Alright, I think that worked. Usually we get a notification that they've been... Oh, there we go. Has been traded out of the zoo. Perfect. Oh, we're going to need to deal with our P-file too. Okay, let's pause it while we deal with these animals for now. Okay, animal trading. Let's just go into our storage. And what else do we have in here for Bengals? There we go. Okay. So we have Navia. Oh, she's got really great stats. Okay, so we're gonna keep her. We'll find her a male as well. She's 4.1 years old, so let's try to find somebody who is similar age to her. But while we are here, why don't we just release a bunch of our jaguars to the trade center as well, or to the wild as well. Let's see. So we have, he's silver, so we know we're gonna trade him off. Come on, there we go. Who else? So here, good stats. I think we'll probably keep a female because I think females are always harder to get for some reason. Hey, their stats actually aren't like super great. We'll keep her. Okay, that's fine. Montezuma, I like that name. But yeah, we'll release all of them. And oh, look at this. We have, she's the highest appeal. Oh, it gets rid of my checks every time you click on them. Okay. All right, well, let's just take a look here too. Yeah, okay, we'll keep this one for our bangles. So let's just release all of these guys. I don't remember which one we were keeping. I'll just keep both of them for now. And yeah, we will release him. There we go, that's all of our cats. Perfect. And let's see if we made anywhere in the challenge or if none of those counted as 5-star animals because they were not in our zoo at the time. I don't really know how that works, to be honest. Hey, look, no, we did. We released one 5-star animal out of all of those. Okay. So they have to basically be in your habitat and you have to probably like get their stars up in the habitat. Oh well. That's fine. What do we get for a reward? Where does it show you your rewards? In here, right? I thought you collect all unclaimed rewards. Was it an animal? Oh, okay. I didn't even see what that reward was. So. Oh well, anyway. Now what we're gonna do is find a partner for Navia. So let's go into Bangles, see what our options are. This is also really weird to me now too. Like, do I need to click enter? Do I need to like, because you check it off, right? Like maybe I'm going crazy, maybe you know. You check it off, I click X, and then I have to click it again in order to like get it to, oh no wait, that did work. But yeah, like I don't know, it seemed really strange. Bengal tiger. Okay, whatever. Anyway. So who do we have? Ooh, I know you guys love the, I get comments all the time for the albinistic and melanistic animals. So I don't think we've had a white Bengal yet. So I am perfectly happy to get one. I know some of you will be happy to see them. It looks like this guy here is probably our best bet. Not bad, his stats are pretty good. Fertility's not great, but I mean, that will go up. He's 4.1 years old, same as ours. Okay, I think that might be what we're looking at. We've got lots of conservation credits. Oh, this is a gold one. Ooh, 4.1 years old. Okay, maybe we'll get, oh, there's another one. He's cheaper. 4.1 years, 83, 92. Let's make our decisions. 92, 83. Same thing. Okay. Yeah, let's just go with the cheaper one then. Perfect. Send him to the zoo and we will grab Navia and put her in here as well. So exciting. And the other habitat we need to look at is our Formosan. So yeah, we have nobody in here at all. I don't even know if I saved any. I'm not entirely sure how I totally ran out of Formosan. That kind of, yeah, okay, I have much in here. That's probably why. Okay, so let's see, let's keep one, because I'm pretty sure they're all brother and sister. Okay. Okay, they're all about the same. Let's take a look at the market. If they only have males, we'll keep our female. Formosan. Should be here. Yep, there it is. Yeah, see what I mean? I don't know. Seems strange. Okay. Let's sort by appeal. Let's grab the highest appeal that we can get. Oh, okay, that's the highest appeal. Interesting. Why the highest appeal? Oh, what? I don't know. I don't understand how the appeal works. Maybe I shouldn't try to pretend to understand. Oh wow, that's expensive. Okay. Here we go. This is more reasonable. So we can either get the male for 1,000 or this female for 500. I think this looks like our best bet to me. Yeah, let's just get this guy. I can't remember, actually, I want to check the Zoopedia. Maybe I need 2 females. Up to 1 male, 1 female. Okay, that's it. So perfect. So let's go into our trading and get him and our top female in here, and then I will trade off the other ones. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to do today. I need to take the photographs for our new bangles to put them on the wall, and same with our Formosan, but I will do that off camera and then just put them up there later once it's daylight. But I think the next thing that we're gonna do is start to work on that Australian habitat. All right, and here we go into the speed build here. So obviously you can see before I started recording, I did make the outline of this habitat, that path that goes around, and kind of all of the structural pieces of the path as well. And I mean, that was just because it was incredibly tedious. It would have made this time lapse very long and very boring. So I did that off camera just ahead of time, and just filmed the actual exciting part of building this habitat. So that's yeah, that's totally fine. I think you can let me know if you would prefer to see stuff like that, but I don't know, it is very tedious. It's just a bunch of pieces being duplicated and moved around and tried to fit perfectly to the pathway. It's not great. And we did the same thing over on back when we did the elephant enclosure as well. So, but yeah, so this habitat, I think I already mentioned, but it is going to be a koala and kangaroo combined habitat. At the first here, you can see I am actually making it a walkthrough habitat, which you can't have a walkthrough habitat for kangaroos. You can for koalas, and I don't know, I didn't realize that at first. For some reason, I didn't even look it up. I just assumed that you could walk through kangaroo habitats, but you can't. So after this time lapse is totally over, I figured that out when my guests kept running out of the habitat, and I fixed it off camera. So I show you a little bit of the changes that I made after the fact in the real-time part, but nothing, I didn't really have to change too much since this pathway is along the outside. I basically just had to bar them from being able to access the pathway, and it worked out perfectly fine. So they didn't really lose very much space in their habitat anyway, and I don't think our guests mind that either. But yeah, for the most part, it's not this habitat isn't super gimmicky or anything. I did want to play around a bunch with the Australia pieces just because I haven't really played around with them much before, and I really like the patterns and colors and stuff. I think they're super fun. So you can see there I was kind of at the beginning working on a little canopy just to kind of help shade the guests a little bit and add a little bit of color and structure to the habitat. And then here, this is just going to be a big central round building to kind of go with the circular theme of the the pathway and the actual enclosure itself. And this is what we end up using for the shelter, essentially, for our animals. And it's big enough, it's cute, it's put a bunch of bedding in there, and they seem to have plenty of shelter. So yeah, I thought it was a nice little addition there. But yeah, you can see here, I played around quite a bit with these pieces just to see if there were some ways that I could use them. I think they're so pretty. I didn't really end up with anything that I loved other than the ones that I'd already made there. So I just end up sticking with those and adding in a few different ones for like stands for the education boards and that kind of thing. But yeah, for the most part, I couldn't really come up with anything better for the canopies, unfortunately. I thought maybe I could come up with something really cool, but you know what, in the end, this habitat ends up covered in trees anyway, so I didn't really need to focus on the canopies all that much. For some reason, I was thinking that this would end up being a bit more barren, but it does not. So yeah, these pieces I thought were super cool. These were what I ended up using for the education screens, just to kind of hold them up and provide a little bit more shade and protection, essentially from rain. I don't know for sure whether or not the screens get damaged by rain, like the screens and the machines and stuff. It kind of seemed for a little while like they were getting a bit damaged in my zoo if they were exposed to the rain, but I don't know if that's actually true. That might have just been, it might have just been that they happened to be breaking down at the time that I noticed. But yeah, and either way, I now cover up all my screens, all of my vending machines and that kind of thing, just in case, because I think it makes it a little bit more realistic too. You don't really want them exposed to the rain either. But yeah, so for this, the wall over here, I ended up using all of these signs, which I thought were super cool. I colored them to kind of match those canopies that I made, and just went wild with them. And I think they actually light up at night a little bit too, so I don't think they really provide any ambient lighting, but you can see them at night, and I think they look really cool. So I just ended up placing them randomly all over this wall. I think it kind of adds a very, I don't know, you can kind of let me know what you think, but I like the whimsical aspect to this habitat in general. And at the end, once we add in all of the foliage and like this place is covered in trees, it also kind of dilutes it a little bit, I think. Like it's not so just in your face with all of these shapes anymore. But yeah, I think it ended up working out quite well. And I really love these pieces. I was hoping to maybe be able to include more of the art pieces and stuff, but overall, I think I added plenty of pieces to this habitat. Those ones there are lights, so it'll kind of light up the habitat a little bit better and light up the pathway. And then these as well. So I thought these were super cute. I think they're made from the same pieces as the signs that I put on the walls, but these are blueprints or whatever, static. Yeah, I think they're blueprints that just came with the game. So I thought they kind of looked cute as like tiles in the ground, and I think they also light up a little bit if we have power, which I think I ended up adding some more power to this half of the habitat as well. But yeah, essentially I think here is about where we end up bringing our kangaroos in fairly soon here, so that I make the habitat foliage to them first, and then I end up bringing in the koalas a little bit later and adjusting everything, because even though they enjoy sharing a habitat together, they both need very different, even different like biomed trees and stuff. I don't know, like a lot of the ones that I put in for the kangaroos I had to take out for the koalas, including that big boab tree in the center there. Which at first I thought looked really cool, but the koalas don't like it, so we ended up getting rid of that one in the end as well. And I mean, I probably could have left it, just have one tree that they don't really love, but I mean, I guess it's fine. But yeah, part of what I wanted to do here, I wanted to have a mixture a bit of kind of wild, like make sure it still feels wild, and it feels like a natural habitat for them, but I also wanted it to feel like a garden for the guests, because that's kind of like what they're doing, is it feels kind of like you're walking through a garden, and there happen to be some kangaroos and koalas in the garden. So those purple flowers that I have on the edge there, I do end up kind of lining the whole pathway with them, and I think that looks super cute. It's kind of similar to what we've done in other places of the zoo as well, with adding a bit more structured garden and that kind of thing. And then, yeah, I also ended up using a bunch of these set pieces, just because same kind of idea, like the actual, you know, they're walking through kind of like an artificial garden, and that way there's places for them to, like, I guess, objects of interest, like cute little structures and stuff for them to see, and the animals don't mind them. The kangaroos will like jump on them and crawl over them and that kind of thing. Yeah, here we also have a pond, a little watering hole for them, nothing too special. It's actually quite small. I thought about making it a bit bigger, just because I didn't realize that the koalas would actually swim, but they like dive in here and go swimming and everything. It's plenty big enough for them, but I didn't actually think that they would swim, so I kept it quite small, just to kind of, you know, save a bit of space and have a watering hole. I didn't want it to be useless, but yeah, I didn't realize they would swim, so it could be a little bit bigger. Maybe that's something that I'll look at improving a little bit later on. But yeah, anyway, I think most of the rest of this video is just kind of, obviously I'm adding some enrichment items for them, the bedding, making sure that the foliage and stuff is appropriate, first for the kangaroos, and then I bring in the koala, and do the same for them. Obviously detailing, we need all the habitat education boards, and this is where I first put the education talk point. This ends up moving later on because I end up having to change that portion of it, because the because of the walkthrough problem, having to add the fence and needing to make sure the keepers can actually get in. But you'll see that at the end as well. But yeah, well, I'm just kind of finishing this off, I suppose, adding trees and all of that for the koalas. I think my question of the day, obviously keep letting me know what animals that you guys want to see in this zoo. I got some awesome suggestions. Keep them coming. But my other question is actually, are there any other games that you would like to see me play? I know I got a suggestion a while ago for Planet Coaster, and I thought about doing that because I haven't really played much Planet Coaster, but I don't know, I have a hard time. I play quite a few different games, just kind of on my own time, obviously, and I don't want to play two of the exact same thing, or too much of the exact same thing, and Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster feel like I'm kind of doing the same thing. I like to kind of, be able to play other games. Like I love, Don't Starve, kind of any kind of survival games, Minecraft, like obviously other building games as well. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if there's anything, that you would like to see, maybe something that you don't find a lot of Let's Plays on, that you really like. It doesn't have to be something super popular, but I've been thinking about possibly adding a second game to the channel. So let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see. Maybe you just only want to see Planet Zoo, and that's totally fine. But yeah, just let me know in the comments if you have any ideas there. But yeah, while we obviously, so the end of this end of the time lapse here is just finishing off the top of the pathway. Quite similar. I actually thought that not very many people would go up here, but I also realized that the way that this is structured, it's kind of hard to see in this video. You might be able to see it a little bit better at the end, but the way that the pathway actually works, they have to walk through here to get to the other side of the zoo if they want to go this way. So they actually do end up walking along the top and looking down at the kangaroos from the top a bit, as well as going inside. So yeah, I was kind of worried at first that nobody would ever come up there, because everybody obviously wants to walk in the habitat, but they actually do seem to use it a bit, so that's kind of nice. And I think once we have some stuff on the other side of this path as well, our next section of the zoo, they'll use it even more. All right, and as the sun is coming up and our educator here is just finishing his very first talk about the red kangaroos, I wanted to give a quick little overview of what the habitat looks like in real time before we sign off today. I love his hair, it's so cool. But yeah, I want to see, I don't know if we maybe missed him already throwing the food. I think that might be what this is. This is the kangaroo one? Yeah, it's the kangaroo one. He'll be wandering over to this one, I think, right away. I think that's what... actually, nobody's really gathering here. I think this one is in December, isn't it? Oh, November. Oh, we missed it. Okay, no, that has to be later then. We'll do December. Gives him enough time to get back and forth and then take a little bit of a break until October hits again. But look at this. It is getting a lot more populated now. I thought that maybe this wasn't going to be quite as popular of an area just because it's a little bit out of the way currently, but it looks good. The changes that I made off camera once I realized that we couldn't have a walk-through habitat was basically just adding the edge all the way along here. That's just the fencing that comes default with the pathway. And then I had to raise it up here as well so that when the keeper comes in, he can kind of come all the way in here and drop off animals and refill the feeders and all of that. So yeah, that is what that looks like. Overall, it looks like I still need to set a few education boards up here, but that is fine. I will make sure that all of that is set up. And I actually don't think I added any speakers either, so it might be a good idea to add some education speakers. I know our education rating is still not 5 stars. I feel like we could be getting pretty close to 5 stars, but we're not there yet. I don't know what it is exactly. I know I think the educators help with the rating, and it'll probably depend a little bit on our schedule and at the time how many are going off, and I don't really want to spend too much time and effort optimizing all of that, but I guess we will see. But yeah, this is what the enclosure looks like. I think you saw most of it in the time lapse anyway, but we also got a baby kangaroo. Let's see if we can find him. I just got the notification that oh yeah, look, he's talking about oh look, they actually are here for, oh, it's the koala talk. Maybe I should make this one the kangaroo talk point if they like it here that much. But here's our baby. Where is it? There he is. Yes. Oh, they're so cute. I love that. Nice big jump. Yeah, so this is kind of, just a little bit more of a close-up view of what this place looks like. And their little enclosure here. Nothing exciting, it's just a little place for them to rest. But yeah, I think that is pretty much all that we need to go over in this episode. So I think with that, that is going to be it for this episode. We will finish off with a nice little cinematic overview of what our zoo looks like so far. An awesome suggestion that I got in the comment section on a couple of videos ago. So yeah, as always, if you have any suggestions for what you might want to see in these videos or what you think would make them a little bit better or more enjoyable for you to watch, please let me know in the comment section below. How did you enjoy this video? I know it was a little bit longer than most, so you can let me know what you think about the length as well. But yeah, as always, I will talk to you in the next episode, and I hope you have a fantastic week.